Hi you guys, today is October 7th, 2023. It's Kelly in Black Thread Studio, and I am sitting here. I've had kind of just a crazy day trying to get prepped to sit down and do what I thought I would share with you. So here we go. During the pandemic, I wrote a children's story about my grandkids, Hadley and Reed, and the Lake Ripley monster. Just a little kid's story. My dream has been to make that into a little story, have a quilt that goes with it, and maybe even a cross stitch, some kind of cross stitch. So I'm determined that by next year I'm going to have this done and out for purchase and to be able to share with you guys. So I'm going to kind of bring you with me. The pattern's going to be called Down by the Lake, and I'm just going to take you on the process so you can see how I'm trying to figure this out, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm determined I'm going to figure it out. So that's why I spent most of my morning trying to find people that would be able to help me how I want to do this. My problem is that my printer wouldn't work, and I needed to get the center of the quilt printed off. So let me back up and tell you, this is my plan. This is the drawing that Rita Minnemeyer, my friend, did of Hadley and Reed on Lake Ripley. And this is the back cover, which is actually Hadley and Reed. How cute is that? I thought I would have these little cards made up just to see how it would come out. Well, the inside of the story is so small on this little card that you can't even read it. You would need a magnifying glass to be able to read that. So I went and talked to a printer today to figure out how we're going to get this done. So that's on my list. The other thing was I had to take Rita's drawing, which is this, and I went and got a couple really nice copies made from her original drawing, and I needed it to be on an 8x10 so that I'm able to include this in the pattern so that you guys will be able to make a copy of this on fabric paper if you want to for the center of the quilt, like I'm gonna do. So this was my original copy, and you can see it's not as bright as the original. Look how nice that colored. And I'm okay if it doesn't color as bright. I don't need it to be as bright. The copy that I did get today is a little bit better, which I'll show you in a minute. But I wanted to show you, this was the original copy that I used that's on fabric paper. And you can see my little drawings where I kind of figured out my hexie wreath, how my hexies were going to go around. I'm using 1-inch hexies. This is the color palette I am using, going by what Rita drew, her original colors. So you can see I had this laid out, and I got it, pretty close to how I originally wanted it. Then when I went today to make another copy, it printed out bigger. So when I hold this up, I'm going to have to redo this. When I hold this up, it covers a lot of the picture. So what I'm going to have to do is take apart some of these hexies, insert a couple more to make it bigger, but this is my color scheme, which I really like around this picture. But we can't have Reed's face cut off. We can't have, this is Rupert, the Lake Ripley monster, and we can't have the trees cut off. So I'm going to be working on making this wreath bigger. This is going to be the center medallion of the quilt, and it's going to build out from there. I kind of have a rough sketch, and I usually, this is how I do it. I just start writing down some ideas and do a rough sketch because I cannot draw. I wrote, I wish I had eQuilter, or it's called not eQuilter, EQ8 is what I want to get, that program. Anyway, I kind of drew out, this will be the center medallion. I want to do some flying geese. I'm going to do some hexies, and there will be yo-yos on there. And these are going to be the fabrics. So let me show you that. I started out with this lake motif fabric. I am not a real cutesy pattern fabric person, I guess. Sorry, the neighbor is mowing their lawn. But I thought the colors were perfect with this. And it has the lake, you know, life is better at the lake. I really don't want the camping motifs in there just because that isn't the lake for me. I should probably tell you guys what fabric this is in case you do like it. Q2fabrics.com, Christine Graff. It was a 2018 QTfabrics.com, and it's kind of this lake motif. I think I just went online and Googled lake motif fabrics. But there are some cute things on here. The fish, relaxer on lake time, you know, the boats, the oars. So this, somehow I'm going to use this in here. Then I'll have my center medallion with my picture, my hexies, and then I will be building off of there. This is the best fabric I found, which is K-Facet. I have some stripe. I have a lot of different kind of black motifs, a little bit of orange. I like orange, but I usually prefer a more muted orange. But with this being a kid's quilt, I think if I just use little pieces of it, that will be great. I love this kind of softer yellow, and this blue I thought was perfect with this. Again, this picture is a little bit brighter. Oh, I buried it. Let me grab that for you. It's a little bit brighter, but that's gonna look really pretty. I think I'll use just some fabrics like this as yo-yos. I have a nice stripe. So not trying to be too matchy-matchy. And then here are some hexy flowers that I started with that are gonna be in the border. So as I build this quilt, I plan on taking you with me. I wanted to have you see where I started from. Now that I got my printer fixed and I was able to get a copy of this made, you can see the difference of how it printed off. But again, this is going to be fine for me. That's going to be great. Fabric paper, I'm just going to be able to peel this off. I think I will back this piece with another piece of muslin when I start piecing this together. And that's what I'm going to be working on this afternoon. So if I have anything to show you, I'll bring you along. Otherwise, I'll just check in once in a while on my progress. And this one you're going to be able to find in playlists under Down by the Lake. And when I say the lake, I mean Lake Ripley. That's the lake for me. So thanks for being here, you guys. I will check in with you soon again, and I hope you're having a good day. And I'm just excited to share this project with you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.